Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is August 22nd. On 12 acres along the Spring Creek corridor sits today's garden, the Gardens on Spring Creek in Fort Collins, Colorado. The garden has been open to the public since 2005 and is, I must say, one of the most stunning gardens we've explored this year. There are more than a dozen individual gardens within the garden. The first garden to open was the Children's Garden. It includes features of the greater garden, but on a smaller, more approachable scale for the little ones. There's an enormous watering can water feature with a hand pump and troughs for children to scoop and pour water. There's secret gardens, willow huts and shelters, a pond with fish, a Dr. Seuss playhouse and sand pit, a growing garden with raised beds, and a large grassy area for running and getting out the wiggles. The appropriately named Garden of Eaton, that's E-A-T-I-N apostrophe, is a 1-acre organic produce garden that also serves as a living classroom for the garden's outdoor teaching kitchen. There are a mix of in-ground and raised beds growing berries and vegetables. There's also a small orchard and an herb garden. There are also shrubs and perennials intentionally chosen to encourage pollinators to visit this garden. Excess produce from the garden is given to the food bank for Larimer County. The Gardens on Spring Creek includes one of the prettiest rock gardens I've ever seen. The garden includes dwarf conifers and Colorado native plants artfully arranged around local quarried rock. Another garden is the Sustainable Backyard, which demonstrates eco-conscious ideas that home gardeners can adapt for their own gardens. Ideas include drip irrigation, raised beds, xeric perennials, alternatives to turf grass, and container gardens. Native plant lovers will enjoy the Foothills Garden. More than 300 species and cultivars of Colorado and Rocky Mountain plants are found in this garden. They need no soil amendments and very little care, as they are naturally adapted to the growing conditions of the region. The Prairie Garden offers more than a half-acre of prairie meadow. Grasses and coordinated blooms offer not only a peaceful retreat for visitors, but also habitat for wildlife and insects. The Undaunted Garden was designed by Lauren Springer, Fort Collins resident and author of The Undaunted Garden, Planting for Weather-Resilient Beauty. The garden acts as a trial garden for ornamental plants. Areas of the garden are dedicated to different styles of plants and garden design. The south-facing part of the garden is the Cactus Garden. It includes the largest outdoor collection of cold-hardy cacti in the United States. Another section of the garden is reminiscent of an English cottage-style garden, while another area is a chaparral garden. There are 5 specialty gardens located at the Gardens on Spring Creek. There's a hummingbird and butterfly garden, a rose garden, a moon garden, a fragrance garden, and a plant select trial garden. Containing elements of all the gardens at Spring Creek is the Welcome Garden, which is actually the first garden visitors see. The garden invites visitors to explore all the gardens have to offer. The Gardens at Spring Creek also manages community gardens at various places around Fort Collins. In addition to all the gardens at Spring Creek, there's a 1,700 square foot butterfly pavilion. At any given time, there are between 400 and 600 North America butterflies and moths living out their life cycle in the pavilion. The pavilion also includes more than 100 varieties of plants that provide food and shelter for insects. The garden offers a wide range of learning opportunities for all ages, from preschool story time, art classes in the gardens, cooking classes, and more. The garden also offers group tours and field trips. This summer, they host a summer concert series, and in October, they will host Pumpkins on Parade. Their annual garden party fundraiser, Garden Affair, will be held tonight. Opening and closing hours vary each day. It's best to check the garden's website before you go. I've included a link in the show notes. Well, that's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. As a reminder, you can subscribe, like, or follow this podcast at any of the podcast listening places. You can subscribe to our mailing list by visiting our website, agardenaday.com, and clicking on the subscribe button. You can also find us on Pinterest, and you can support us by buying a book through our storefront on Bookshop. Links are provided in the show notes for this episode. Thank you for listening today and every day. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.